For Cristiano Ronaldo, they have often been the silent narrator of his story, tears of frustration, of agonizing defeat, of a nation's hopes dashed. We've seen them well up in his eyes on the grandest stages, a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the heart of a champion. But to understand the tears of ultimate joy, we must first understand the journey. This is a story that begins not under the glittering lights of sold-out stadiums, but on the humble streets of Funchal, Madeira, a small island that would gift the world one of its greatest sons. This boy, the youngest of four, came from a home where every meal was a victory and every dream a rebellion against circumstance. Football was his escape, his solace, his everything. The dusty pitches were his canvas, the ball an extension of his will. From the moment he left his island home as a boy, he was destined for greatness. He became a phenomenon at Manchester United, a legend at Real Madrid. He conquered leagues, shattered records, and claimed the Ballon d'Or multiple times over. He was a titan of the club game, an icon of world football. But for all the silver and gold, there was a space in his heart, a yearning that remained unfulfilled. His country, Portugal. For all his individual brilliance, a major international trophy with his beloved Seleção remained elusive. He carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders. The agony of the 2004 European Championship final was a wound he carried for years. The critics whispered, "He can't do it for his country." The doubt, like a shadow, lingered. And then came 2016. Against all odds, they conquered Europe. An injured Ronaldo, pacing the sidelines like a caged lion, his passion infectious, his leadership undeniable. The tears that flowed that night were of pure, unadulterated joy. He had delivered. In 2019, he led them again, capturing the inaugural Uefa Nations League, proving their triumph was no fluke. But a champion's hunger is never truly satisfied. Fast forward to 2025, one last dance, the grandest stage of them all. Now in the twilight of his majestic career, he returns not just as a player, but as a mentor, a leader of a new generation. Many had written him off. They said his time was gone, but they forgot who they were talking about. This is Cristiano Ronaldo. Throughout the tournament, he was their spiritual father. He was no longer just the explosive goal-scorer of his youth, but the wise head, the calming presence. He battled for every ball as if it were his last, his every action a lesson in desire. He dragged them through titanic clashes, and every time doubt crept in, he answered with a moment of magic, a thunderous free kick, a gravity-defying header, an act of sheer will. The final. The world watching. Could he do it one more time? Could he seal his international legacy with the ultimate prize? The match is a brutal, tactical affair. The opponent is relentless. The clock ticks down, the tension unbearable. And in that decisive moment, it wasn't about his own glory. With a touch of genius and a vision that saw the future, he laid the winning goal on a plate for his young successor. In that instant, Ronaldo was not just a goal-scorer, he was a kingmaker. He had secured Portugal's future while claiming its present, the final whistle, and there they were again, the tears. But these were different. These were the tears of a man who had fulfilled every last promise, the tears of a proud father watching his legacy bloom, the tears of a champion who had scripted the most perfect ending to his legendary story. As he lifted that trophy high, he wasn't just lifting a piece of silver. He was lifting the entire journey that began on the streets of Madeira. He was lifting a legacy of persistence and determination. The boy who wept in 2004 is the man who smiles now, a two-time champion of Europe, cementing his status as the greatest of all time. The story of Cristiano Ronaldo is a lesson in turning pain into power and tears into triumph. And in this final victory, a timeless message. Legends are not only made of goals, but of heart, of passion, and of a love for one's country that never fades.